I will be saying the story of the town mouse and the country mouse. So once upon a time, there lived a mouse in a town. While he was cleaning his house, he found a photo of his friend who lives in the country. So he decided to go to the countryside and pay a visit to him. While he was on his path to his friend's house, and when he entered the countryside, he saw that there was a lot of greenery and the smell, but the smell was very disgusting. So he did not like it. Soon he found his friend's place, and he decided to go into his house. He went in and both of them spoke for a while, and then the country mouse said that okay, you must be very tired by now, so please take a nap and freshen up. And the town mouse it did so. It took a nap and it was freshening up. While it was freshening up, it didn't notice that there was only a limited supply of water in the country mouse's home. So without knowing it, she used it all, and now she had nothing to wash herself. She was very irritated and she came out to eat something. So the country mouse went out to pick out some fresh vegetables and fresh milk. He soon collected all of the food and said that and said that food was ready. But the problem was that the town mouse was not that the town mouse was not familiar to such type of fresh food. It was only familiar to the junk food and tasty food which is abundantly available in the town. And the country mouse was actually disappointed that it could not impress its friend. It was not able to impress its friend. Now both of them decided to take a walk out in the countryside. While they were walking, they saw lots of greenery and a fresh smell. The town mouse was very impressed by the smell, which is very fresh. It was also impressed by the greenery, but they soon reached a wet compost. As we all know, the compost, all the compost, they stink a lot. In the same way, in that situation, the compost have stinked a lot, and the town mouse did not like that at all. She was not familiar to that at all. She did not even smell that in the town. She felt very disgusting and decided to leave from the countryside. While she was leaving, she said sorry to the town mouse. She said sorry to the country mouse, and also told the country mouse that he should pay a visit to the town, which is very clean, and the food right there is very delicious. So he said that you should. So the town mouse said that you should. So the town mouse said to the country mouse that you should definitely pay a visit to the town. It's very clean, and the food right there is very delicious. And after saying that, the town mouse left to his town. The country mouse had its hopes high, so it was very curious to go to the town. And soon it went to the town to visit his friend town mouse in the town. When he reached the when he reached the town side of the place, he saw tall buildings, shiny cars and bikes, and he saw much more. And most importantly, he saw very delicious food. As soon as he seen them, he was also hearing he was also hearing a bunch of loud noises. He did not know from where was he hearing all those noises, and he soon realized that those were the sounds of the vehicles he just saw. It felt so irritating for him, and it also felt very dangerous while crossing the road. In soon time, he reached his friend's house, the town mouse in the town. He entered his house, which was inside of another house, which was owned by which was owned by an owner. Then the country mouse came in and said that, oh, you are very right. The food here is very delicious, and the place is a little bit dangerous. And the town mouse said that, oh, I knew that you would like it. I said it before, didn't I? And then it said that, okay, the food is ready, let's go. The food which the town mouse actually eats is the food which is served by the servant in the house. So they should actually steal the food from the servant. It was a very dangerous experience, and they were not able to take so much of the food. But the food right there, which was put on the table by the servant, was very delicious. The country mouse was very disappointed right there. It enjoyed its food for a little time, but it thought that the danger which it felt at that moment is not quite good when compared to the food which it had. So, and the country mouse actually thought that, okay, this is just the first this is just the first piece. There are so much things to there are so many drinks there are so many things to try out in the town. So the town mouse and the country mouse decided to go to the supermarket. The face of the country mouse, when it saw the supermarket with various kinds of food and various varieties of food, the face of the country mouse was just wonderful. Then the country mouse had its hopes very high, and it decided to eat all of them. When it started to climb the when it decided to eat the food, as it saw a cat running towards the country mouse and the town mouse with with very ferocious eyes. And the country mouse was very scared at that moment, and it ran with the speed of a bike, and it went out of the supermarket. It ran so fastly that it ran so fastly. um, and also the country mouse also noticed a mouse trap there. So by seeing all these things, the country mouse got a heart attack, and it said to the town mouse that, "Oh my dear friend, I can't experience this much of danger. Than experiencing this much of danger, I prefer to live in my countryside peacefully with the fresh vegetables. So sorry, I do not mean to disappoint you, but I will leave right now and will go to my countryside." The town mouse was very disappointed that it was not able to impress his friend who lives in the countryside. From then, the country mouse went into the countryside and lived peacefully from then. Thank you.